Hi everybody, welcome to the review of round 20 and the regular season is over. 5 teams have made the finals. The five has not changed from last week. There were some good results, some upset results that happened over the weekend, some very close games as well. But all in all, a few ladder positions changed within the five. We've got a replay of last year's elimination final coming up as well. So I don't know, that was qualifying final last year. My mistake. I apologise. Either way, let's get into it. Let's have a review of round 20. All right, so the first game we're going to look at was going into the round first versus second. Into the round, it's ended up first versus fourth, with Sugar Daddies defeating Gods of Olympus 429.5 to 367.5. Sugar Daddies after having a couple disappointing weeks in terms, still high scores, but not getting the results they wanted. They got a massive game, had massive result and massive game with 429.5, and Gods of Olympus were just nowhere this week with 367.5. Hogan continued his great form, kicked another 4 goals, got 44, up 16%. And Norton, the connection for Norton into the half forwards, so really played the half role really good. And he got 43, was he up 38%. On the other side, Stringer was no good, and Golden got 44 and up 7% as well. So Golden had ended up having a good game, but still below his average. The utilities, Sarong was up 1%, but 87.5, where Marshall was up 14%, had a good game of 102.5. Zero in the ruck was fantastic, 59 up 54%. Didn't really play ruckman against Geelong, so any person whose ruck plays Geelong, then at the moment you're in for a good game. That's the same as Richmond at the moment as well. I think. Oh, Sugar Daddy's got the bye next week, and Jerry plays Richmond next week. So head North versus Richmond. Where Big O got 28. Clark in the midfield, 43, was a bit of a letdown, as was Rao in the midfield. Dale, 40, a little bit of a letdown. Whitfield was great, up 22% and got 62 in the midfield. He's been really good. Will he compensate next week against the Hawks? Sicily was down. Only had one kick up to quarter time, and then up in the last quarter moved forward so he can get a couple of goals for his 150th game. Only got 38, whereas Wagner Malera got 55 as a halfback and got right on his average. And Walsh was loopholed as a tackler and got 58 points as a tackler, up 49%. So he had a really good game and really good use of the loophole there. Whereas the other loophole ended up being a bit of a mistake because Yo and Young played at the same time. Young kind of got wasted. Yo got 36 tackle, which is still a good game, but Young was wasted. He got 58. Would have got 58 as a tackler, and so he kind of got loopholed and was no good anywhere else. Have a look at the optimised lineup. Quick one would have been 462.5 to 416. Sicily would have been the full forward, and Hogan. So the forward line doesn't change, but Jerry would have been the ruck with Draper, and Kelly in the mid with Sarong as a follower, and then those two don't change. Where over here, Eamon would have been the halfback, as we mentioned, Young the tackler, and Yo as a follower. Whitfield moves to mid. Those two don't change there. Those three don't change. So that's that game there. I'm going to try to rush through because the Grand Prix is about to start. So let's go to the next game. The next game is another close game, not the closest game of the round, but it's a 6-point game. It was Punters Paddock who moved up to second. Very lucky to move into second, and luckily he's got the second chance because he is not having a great run of form at the moment. This 354 has been his highest score for a couple of weeks. 354.5 defeated Rangers Anonymous 3 at 48.5. Got unlucky with Taranto coming off in the second quarter and only getting 16. So Rangers Anonymous were well on the way to get the win there, and then Taranto come off injured. So have a look at it. Elliott as a full forward did alright, got 31%, but Danger was no good. Whereas Cameron did alright as a full forward, and McCluggage was great. He got 40, up 10%. Sinclair, not great, pretty good. Sinclair was as a utility, was a bit of a letdown. I'm not only a few there was a few 70 utility scores this week. Neil got 97.5 and had a good game, up 21%. So Neil's continuing his good form. Gorn in the ruck, you can tell he was hobbled on one leg, but they felt like he had to play. We'll have a better game this week against the Doggies, you would think. O'Brien got 50 in the ruck and up 14%. So O'Brien had a very good game. It's almost, feels like 50 is almost his average, but he was up 14%. Richards, although copped the tag, had a great game, 55, as did Treloar. Treloar got like 38, 30 something. I don't know what he got, but both those midfielders for Sydney dominated, and they got 55 up 31% and 63 up 18%. So they are really good. And as we mentioned, the Richmond guys weren't great at all. Keane as a halfback got 40. I noticed at one stage he was doing 1-2s, taking a step, kicking it, then getting the handball, kicking it again. He's doing 1-2s at the back line, just trying to get his stats up, obviously. He only got 40. And by the way, I'll talk to him in a minute. Voston was really good, 54%, had his best game for a while as the halfback. And Viney and Reed's tacklers were pretty serviceable with 35 and 27. Optimised lineups on this one. We're in 419 to 441, rang as anonymous easily. Schultz, the full line, they don't change it for Kenner up until Callahan with 65 had his career best game, and Reed would be the follower, so very young midfield there. Darcy Moore would have been the halfback. We played halfback the last couple of weeks, so he would have been the halfback, and Side Pickett would have been the tackler. We're over here. Schultz would have come in, Elliott the half forward, Richards the utility, Trill the mid, Dacos would have been the follower, Sinclair the halfback, and Newman the tackler. So just real quickly before we go to the game of the round, we don't know why, but there's been some issues with the website. The other day it was going back to round 18 for some reason, don't know why, and all the Adelaide players are coming up injured. So Mick's not sure whether there's been hacked or what's happened. I think he's put a password on all his admin pages. Anyway, so let's move to the game of the round. We've chosen this as the game of the round. It was the closest game of the round, 382 to 387 for Gators pitches. There was a 5-point game, a 6-point game, and an 8-point game in this round. But this was the closest one, so this is why I always choose the closest one as the game of the round. So this is what I've done, except for one where the closest one was like 310 to 312 or something, which is pathetic. Anyway, Top Guns, who finished the season in 8th, 382, up 14.5 in projections, were defeated by Gators bitches, who finished the season in 5th based on points for, but have had a pretty good run home, 3 wins on the trot. 387, up 11%. Now let's have a quick look at it. The full forwards got good for both teams. Minkerno kicked his 3 goals in the first quarter and then done nothing after that. So did Carlton, by the way. And Waterman end up kicking a couple of goals as well. He got 36, so 36 and 39 for them. Keys didn't repeat the game of the week before, only got 19, where Dylan Moore got 31. I noticed twice he had a free kick directly in front of goal, and the team took the advantage and kicked a goal, and he missed out on a couple of goals there. Either way, I wasn't going to catch up on points for anyway. Both utilities weren't that great. Anderson got 70 and Bonk got 77. Both were down about the same, so they weren't too crash hot there. Pudene had a great game. We got 38% and got 37 in the ruck, where Grundy had an excellent game, got 47, up 35% in the ruck. Led in the midfield, 24%, got 60, up 24%, got 63. Holmes was a little bit down. Heaney was also good in the midfield, up 13%, got 51, and Newcomb was down as well. Ryan was well down, only got 21% and 48 as a halfback, where Zorko was fantastic. He was loopholed and got 33% up and got 71 as a halfback, so Zorko had a fantastic game. Who's going to win the best and fairest for Brisbane, Neil or Zorko? And both tackles were pretty good. Drew had a great game on Friday night, got 12 tackles, up 85% and got 58. It's a great game for Willem Drew. And Connor Nash got up 28% and got 40. I think he got 6 tackles and they were all in the first half for that one. So that was that game there. Dash was all talk on Friday and then stopped talking after that because it looked like I was going to win. Anyway, let's look at the optimised lineup. And the optimised lineup, dash 423.5 defeating games, which is 422 would have been. So Henry would have been the full forward. Waterman doesn't change. Noel Anderson would have been the half forward, and Curnow the half forward for me. We did see that. Holmes as utility with 82, and Laird as utility with 94.5. Witts and Grundy the rucks. Heaney and Bont as the midfielders, and Short and Lloyd as the followers. Wiedemann would come in as halfback, and the tacklers don't change, and there's a Zorko. So let's have a quick commercial break, and we'll be back after that to have a look at the last two games, and then look at the first week of the finals.
They say three's a crowd. They ain't never been to my house. Hey girls, what you doing this weekend? We should stay in and have us a threesome. She's giving her some, they giving me some. Yeah.
With bacon strips, bacon jam, and bacon crumbles. It's a bacon lover's fantasy.
We having us a threesome. Menage a trois, menage a trois, menage a trois, menage a trois.
Yeah, I know what you're thinking, but come on. It's called the Bacon Three-Way Burger. What'd you expect?
The Bacon Three-Way Burger with 100% Black Angus beef. Only at Carl's Jr. and Hardee's.
Welcome back. Now, who wants some bacon? All right. So the last game was the second last game was Bombers Forever getting a massive score, 417, one of the best scores they've had for the year. Too little, too late. Up 62.4, defeated Second Destroy, who really went out in a whimper of the season. I think they were second or third with about 4 rounds to go and just died in the arse. 336.5. Have a quick look at it. Hugo Hagen has been in some fantastic form. A bit too late for Andrew. He was up 43%, got 45. And Horn Francis, the Horn Dog, got 39, up 6%. So he's proved to be a pretty good half forward this year, actually. Allen was only got 12, down 58%, and Danaher down 32%, got 30. I think he was playing a fair bit around the ground. The utilities had great utility score, great utility competition here. Sheasel 107 has finished the season on fire, up 25%, and Brayshaw had another great game as well. Got 102.5 and up 28% there. So both utilities were fantastic. Cameron, well, if Cox didn't play, would have probably broken the record, but Cox did play. So Cameron only got 41 as a ruck, up 18%. English wasn't that great. Libba was a little bit down, got 47, and Flanders, usual Flanders stuff, up 11%, got 66. Oliver had his best game for a very long time and got up 29%, got 50. And Wines had 12 clearances or something. I think they said 10 clearances on Friday night, up 40, got 46, up 24%. Stewart got back to his best form. He's been good since they moved in the mid and put him back to defence and whatever they do there. As a halfback, up 49% and got 77. And Ridley, unfortunately, got come off injured in the second quarter. Before that, wasn't having a great game, but he must have got knocked in the first quarter. I didn't really watch. I think it was a corky or something, and he got subbed out and only got 10. The still wasn't great as a tackler either for Second Destroy, whereas Butters got loopholed and got up 20, got 28, up 5%. With the Grand Prix grid, talking about the grid now, so they're going to start the formation lap very soon. So I've probably got 2 minutes to get this done. Let's see how we go. Well, we'll probably go to the formation lap, it looks like. Look at the optimized lineup for Andrew, 479. What a fantastic optimized lineup. And Second Destroy, we've got 439.5. So we've Tex as the full forward with Danaher. Steele was the half forward. Horn Dog doesn't change. Utilities don't change. Sweet would come in as the ruck if Cameron doesn't change. Flanders in the mid with Oliver. They don't change. Saligo in the mid with Powell. Different. Stewart and Barras as the halfback. Barras plays for the Hawks next year. What do you reckon? And then Wines as the tackler with George Hewitt. So let's go to the last game. All right, the last game of the round was an exciting game as well, and a high-scoring game and a close game. Only 8 points of difference. It was Maltese Falcons who moved to third on the ladder and get the second chance. 406 have finished the season with about 6 or 7 wins on the trot. Have finished the season really great. High-scoring team of the year, so well done to Maltese Falcons. High-scoring team of the year by a long way as well, by the way. I did remember the start of the year, I said Maltese Falcons and Sugar Daddies had the best teams. Go back to the reviews and previews and have a look. They defeated Renegades, who themselves were a pretty high scoring team. I think were the second highest scoring team of the competition. However, they finished sixth. They missed out in the finals and they got 398. Have a quick look at it. Tracy up 44% and got 44 as a full forward. It was fantastic. And the other forward that had a good game was Tom Green. He got up 4% and got 40. Hopefully he doesn't have a good game this week against the Hawks. Whereas Langford and Warner weren't that great. Utilities, well, Merritt wasn't that great, got 76 and down 12%, where Dacos had 42 possessions. I think it was his career high. I think he had 28 to half time. He was up 19% and got 106. We did tell Michael to play Dacos captain super coach, and he ended up losing by about 10. He played Bont, and the difference between Bont and Dacos was about like 60. As a captain, would have been about 100. Anyway, Briggs got loopholed in the ruck, got 39 as a ruckman, got 21%. Well, I think Meeky might have done better. What did Meeky get as a ruck? 36. So there we go. Good loophole. Was probably would have given you the game of the round. You missed out. And Darcy as a ruckman got 50, up 53%. Dunkley's been great. 64, 29%. And LDU was loopholed and got 49, up 4%. Whereas Cripper was a bit down, only got 43. But Tom Green had a great game, 66, up 17%. It was a good battle, Tom Green, against the Melbourne midfield. Stephen May had a fantastic game, up 71% and got up 29% and got 71 as a halfback. And Blakey better him, much better actually, 70, not much better, but 77, up 40%. So Blakey almost got stiff over the line. He was up. Michael said he needed 100. He did all right. And then the rucks, and then both tacklers weren't that, or were okay, 24 and 28. Optimised lineup. 435, 456. 6 would have got the win and would not have got him in the finals because I won. On according to optimised lineups though, Stiff will be playing finals because I would have lost. Tracy and Green full forwards, and the Charles Rice again would have made Stiff's best team. And he hasn't played any more season, I think. Got 44. And Melican, Dacos and Dunkley, Briggs and Darcy don't change. LDU would have gone in the mid, and Merritt was the follower, whereas Cripper and Tom Green would have swapped positions. Halfbacks don't change, and the tacklers would have been Ryan Myers and James Warple. All right, let's have a quick look at how the ladder finished. Well, first of all, let's have a look at the team of the week. Taylor Walker, 562. 552 would have been the team of the week. Taylor Walker's a full forward, and Kerno was a half forward. Stewart would have been the utility, and Jerry the ruck, with Trelaws the mid, and Dacos as a follower. Halfback would have been Blakey, and Walsh would have been the tackler. 2 Sugar Daddies, 2 Bombers Forever, 1 Gator, 1 Renegade, 1 Falcon, and 1 Coal Train. Alright, so the ladder has finished with Sugar Daddies on top, Punters second, Maltese third, God's Olympus fourth, Gators Bitches fifth. They're almost finished their formation apps, so I'm trying to get this done quickly. Next week, Sugar Daddy gets the bye. Punters Paddock plays Maltese Falcons. With the loser gets a second chance, so the qualifying or whatever they call it. So and then the elimination final is God's Olympus versus Gators Bitches. For the elimination to see who plays the loser out of Punters Paddock and Maltese Falcons. With that one there. So it'll be exciting, and I'll probably do a quick preview come Friday or Thursday or something. Thanks very much. Thanks everyone for watching the review, previews, everything all year. It's finals time now, so the shows will be much shorter, I promise. Just go quick highlights and quick or quick go over everything real quickly. Can't even say that quickly. Other than that, have a fantastic day, a fantastic night, and see you all later. Bye.